Good morning. Good morning, you guys. I am again running behind. So I'm finishing my makeup up. Well, I am starting this live episode. So right now you're seeing my eyebrows are too dark, but at least I did get my eyebrows on. um I'm almost done with this part. Sorry, you guys. How is everybody doing this morning? Let me know as you come in what is on your hook and what is in your cup. And then if you don't follow me on Instagram, I am I have some new prizes for you guys. Some of you may have seen them if you follow me on Instagram. Look, what I done. Well, at least the mascara. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, Granny D. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne, I got your email. Likely I have not sent it yet. That is on my to-do list for today, to send all of the packages. And I have been trying to get them out the door for about a month now and have not been successful. But I that is on my list for things that I got to get done today. That I got glasses I got to send to Ginger. I got some hooks I still got to send to Julie. Plus I have all my other packets. I have so many packages I got to send out. It would be easier if I could just hit send from Amazon, but that's not the way I do things, cuz why would I make my life easy, right? That makes no sense. Hi Ed. Hi Carol. Yeah, no, I I thought so, Suzanne, and I appreciate you asking because honestly, I could have, and then things got lost in the mail, and I don't want that to ever happen. So, um, I'm okay with being late as long as things don't get lost in the mail. I'm behind on everything. I feel like. Okay, you guys. So eyebrows and eye openers done. Now I gotta put on the powder, and that'll tone down my eyebrows because you guys, when I first put my eyebrows on, like that's really dark to me. Probably most people it wouldn't be, but because I've always had kind of blonde eyebrows, it's very dark. Hi, Jamie. How are you? So nice to see you. Hi, Dawn. Hello, hello. And Granny D's got to put her face on too, right? I call it putting my eyebrows on because that's really the main part. I have like no eyebrows, you guys. I have like a little bit right here, but not really much in the way of eyebrows. But anyway, she says Diet Pepsi and getting ready to work on a couple of whips, alternative between knit and crochet. Oh, cool. I really need to learn to knit one of these days. But I can't even get to the dang post office, much less learn a whole nother craft. uh, so everybody else, anybody, what are you working on? Now, Ed, I have a question. I know you support your wife, the Yarn Fairy, but do you also crochet? I've never asked you that. I should know that. I should go and find that out somewhere. But now I'm going to ask you. I got your locks washed and dried. Oh my gosh! Now tomorrow is my I is when I do that whole mess. And I know that sounds really funny to anybody who doesn't have a lot of long hair, but if you've got long hair, you do not wash it every day because it is a full on process. Um, so hey Ro, can you get me another cup of coffee, pretty please? I was about to put Stella. Well, Stella can wait. Stella's like, no, I can't wait.
She's sitting on my bed.
Hi, Vera. How are you?
Waiting for my arrival.
Hello, hello. All right, I'm almost done, you guys. One more thing. It is a process. I knew you would understand, Granny D, because you've got some beautiful hair. Hi, AJ. Oh, that's okay that you've been MIA. How's the kitty? How's your kitty cat? And how are you? I know that you just had your tanks replaced. I follow you. I've been keeping an eye on you on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, I think, more than anywhere else. As you guys are coming in, let me know what's in your cup and what is on your hook. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, pill time.
I'm sorry?
It's pill time.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Ipit. I took him to the vet this week. He's okay. He has an upper respiratory infection. And so I got him antibiotics. I got him steroids. I got him eye cream. The steroids are for anti-inflammatory, really, is what it is. But it's steroids. It's prednisolone. Oh, good. I'm so glad your kitty's doing better because I know you would be heartbroken if you lost him, just like I would have with my little Ipit. But my little Ipit was not in danger. He had a goopy eye that we needed to get taken care of. And now probably if we had ignored it, he may have gotten in more danger. But he's good. He's good. Like $200 later, he's good. All right, and now I need to fix my hair and bring up my other computer. You guys, so behind. All right, here, can you throw those away?
More and more behind every week.
Right? Okay, so anybody here? Oh, hi, HD. Hi, Hamid. Hi, colleague girl. You have coffee in your cup and Christmas gifts on the hooks. What are you making for Christmas gifts? Hey, that could be my first question. Everybody, what are you making for Christmas? Inquiring minds want to know, what are you making for Christmas? Oh, that should go in there. That should go over there. Darn cats. Moving stuff around.
Walking across the table.
Yes. Okay. So, Amigurumi Schnauzer dog on your hook. Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds so cute. Pepsi and white and lavender crochet hood. I want it eventually to be a cape. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Now, are you creating this design yourself, Dawn? That sounds beautiful.
I'm getting better.
I don't know why I just logged into something for my email for work. I just logged in. That's not what I meant to do. I'm bringing this up to I can close that.
I'm getting better at
Close
doing this guy's
that.
pills.
Yeah, good job, baby. Thanks.
He doesn't hate me.
My daughter is the pill giver, so good job, sweetie. All right. I'm making everything. I'm making everything. Finish 47 What? 47 Christmas presents? Now, how long have you been working on that? Like focused on Christmas, Suzanne? How long? AJ says, I have an order of 2 matching hats and a matching jog sweater. How cute. Collie Girl says, kitchen items, hat and scarf set, a shawl, a couple of ponchos, fingerless gloves, and a cowl. Yeah. Oh, Trey Scott says, I don't do patterns, though. Oh, I would love to see that. I wish you could do you would do patterns, but I understand. They're not easy. They are not easy. This is the last of my breakfast, you guys. So my breakfast is sausage and grits and scrambled eggs all mixed together.
Because I love her.
Let me double check on that, Jamie. I like to go and try. Thank you, baby. I like to try and check that, but let me go and double check on YouTube, because you know what? Probably not. Because that's my life, Jamie. You guys, I'm off screen because I'm checking to make sure I'm on live chat. And I'm not. I'm on top chat. So sorry. Oh, while I'm over here, this is fun. Ha! There we go. There's a poll. Okie dokie. Let me go back over to the screen. So I changed it to live chat. Thank you for the reminder, Jamie. I appreciate it. Oh, you've been working on it since the summer. That's amazing, Suzanne. To have that discipline to do that, because I'm not that actually, I say that, but I've been working on my Christmas presents since the beginning of the year. But I did that intentionally because I knew that I go into lulls where I don't get a chance to do anything. Oh, Jamie, I don't intentionally ignore you. I promise. I promise. Um And AJ says, "Oh, then the hats and the different things for the rest of my family. Oh, and I'm editing a big pattern. Ooh, I've been so excited about working on it. Ooh, that sounds fun." Oh, and Granny D says, and I give them money, the right size and color every time. Right? That is the right size and color every time. Yeah, no, the kiddo, she gets stuff from me all year long. Which is actually less than you think, because I end up making more stuff for like my mom. But she still gets a lot of stuff. She still has a ton of my hats. In fact, I need to work on a hat for her with the remainder of this yarn. So I have, oh, goodness gracious. I have this yarn remaining, and I need this much yarn remaining. And she wants a beanie, like a regular beanie in this yarn. So I need to make that for her. Hi, Samantha. Okay, so you guys, I've shown y'all what I'm working on for Christmas, right? You guys have seen that, right? What did I just do? There it is. Look at that. I'm more put together now, right? No lipstick, just Vaseline. You guys remember that song called Vaseline from I think it was either the early 90s or late 80s? Who was that by? I loved that group. Now I can't even remember anymore. Now I can't remember, and that's gonna bug me, so I gotta look it up. All right, who sang the song Vaseline? It was not the Stone Temple Pilots. It was somebody else. No, it wasn't Velvet Revolver. No, it was somebody else with a female lead. Hi, Maribel. Hello. Jamie says, Melanie, I haven't been to a store since the beginning of October. My sisters have told me the shelves are empty in the city. So if I don't get my button gear, my kids are going to get groceries. Oh my gosh. Well, what about, can you order from Amazon? Can you do that? I can't even, oh no, I'm so sorry. All right, so you guys, if you're new to my lives, thank you so much for joining me. Totally was not ready this morning. I want to say that doesn't ever happen, but lately I've been like getting a later and later start. Hi, Colleen. Hello. So I've been getting a later and later start. Anyway, what I do with my lives is it's about the community getting to know each other better. So I'm going to ask you guys some like icebreaker style questions, and then everybody's going to answer, including me. Think of Gwen Stefani. Her ex was there's your hint. No, was it No Doubt that sang that? I thought it was somebody else. Oh, anyway, that's gonna bug me until I find that out. But I'm not gonna mess that up. Mess with that anymore. Anyway, what was I saying? So I'm gonna ask some icebreaker questions, and everybody can answer. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. And then I'll answer some of them as well. And I get off on tangents. I was gonna say sometimes, but a little bit more than sometimes. A little bit more. But at the end of my life, I always do a giveaway. Now, these giveaways are open internationally. There's one thing I'm probably not going to send internationally, this one. So if you are an international winner, don't request this one. It's just a little bit bigger than my other ones. So just a heads up on that. But I do have several things that you can choose from if your name gets drawn. Now the caveat is I usually run for 2 hours. I do this at the end of my life, so it's close about 5 minutes to when I do it. And then you have to have been active within the last 5 minutes of the chat in order to be considered to win, considered in the drawing. And also those that are my channel members do have a little bit better chance of winning, like a 2 times better chance of winning. And I am bringing up Nightbot because I forgot to bring him up. And I want to make sure he's registering everything. Okay, so let me show you guys what I am going to give away. Where am I at? Here I am. I was looking for the right tab. It's Bush. Is it Bush? I don't feel like it is, because doesn't Bush have a lead singer that's male? Because now it's telling me the Flaming Lips and Stone Temple Pilot. And no, it was a female singer, and I seem to remember she had dark hair. It's gonna bug me. That's and I don't even think it was a released song. I think it was like a song on, because I got the album of whatever it was. Oh, my brain. AJ says, thanks, Jamie. Just worried. My daughter never goes to the doctor, and she called and asked where to go this morning. So my husband went to get her and take her. Aw. 102 fever for days. Oh my gosh. Hopefully she's doing better. The song's called, it's Vaseline. And I just can't, it says here, I looked it up, it says Stone Temple Pilots. It's not a male singer though, it's a female singer. So I don't know. But anyway, let me show you guys the prizes that you can win if you win the drawing. I got a few new ones last week. Okay, so this one, but you guys, this one, I'm kind of loving this, but I have no use for it. But it's so flipping cute. Anyway, it is the Ursula, Cruella de Vil, and Maleficent in button form. Ursula, Cruella de Vil, and Maleficent in button form. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I love that. And then I got some black, red, and white mini heads. These are also buttons. And I got just red and white with some bling on it mini heads. Minnie as in Minnie Mouse. I got some blingy buttons. And these are the kind of buttons like that. They raise a little bit off of the thing. And then I got, these are called bug-eyed. Bug-eyed bugs. Are those cute? All right. And then I got Kitten Caboodle. So you got kitty heads. You got meow and little paws. They're so flipping cute as I spit on myself. Anyway, these are so cute. Look at that. Kitten Caboodle. How cute are those? All right, and then I got this button, the big button with some it's like engraving in it. It's real pretty. And then the tassel. Still have the 3-tier tassel. And Splish Splash, which is mermaids and some sparkly shells. And forest babies. Some flowers. And these are I call them fireflies. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys, and don't think I'm cheap, because I think this is pretty dang awesome. And I know I'm blurry right now. I get it. Hi, Lori. Hi, Gloria. Okay, so the other thing is I found these And I don't always pick cheap things, but I think this is pretty awesome. I bought one for myself too. These were at the Dollar Tree, you guys. All this little thing of buttons. Look at all those buttons in there. That's pretty dang amazing. But look at that. So this can be a price that somebody in the US can choose. This one I won't send internationally. Sorry. So sorry. I think that one would go up a little bit more than I want to spend on international mail. So but yeah, that's all the prizes. I'm sorry, it's my sister, and anytime family calls, oh. Oh, okay. All right, good. I'm in the middle of my live. I'm like, anytime family calls, I pick it up. Bye. She butt dialed me. So all's well. All is well. So sorry about that, you guys. Normally I don't pick up my phone whenever I'm in a live, but when it's family, it happens. And to Jamie's annoyance, I don't pick up my phone whenever I'm live. Oh, my nose is itchy now. Okay, so Lori's in Florida for Thanksgiving family vacation. Woohoo! Less than 1 hour to our destination. Now you normally stay somewhere in like the Pensacola, right? I'm trying to remember. That may have been Julie. Anyway, whereabouts do you stay, or is it the Keys? Do you stay somewhere in the Keys? Oh God, I can't keep things straight. Ooh, Lori won a Bush Tracker beanie from Gary. Awesome, awesome, awesome! Congrats, Lori. All right. So, if you haven't answered yet, the questions that I've asked thus far, and I won't run through all of them, but the questions I've asked thus far are what's in your cup and what's on your hook. I always ask that at the beginning. And then I also asked, what have you guys been making for Christmas, or what do you plan to make for Christmas? I have just been doing towel toppers. That's my thing that I'm doing this year anyway. I did find some Christmas towels. Hang on a minute. I got some added some Christmas towels this week and some Thanksgiving towels. I had to actually order my like November towels because I'm trying to make one towel a month. But I had to buy them on Amazon. So hang on a minute. I found these on Amazon, which they feel like the same ones that the Dollar Tree sells, but they didn't have any of these at the Dollar Tree. So I got those on Amazon. And then I did find some Christmas towels. I ordered some Christmas towels because I did not want to not have any. But I also found these last week. You guys, these are the towels I still need to work on. Those I already have a lot done, so if I don't get them all done, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Everybody's getting at least like 6 if they don't get the full 12, so it'll be fine. I'm making 4 sets. That's what I'm doing. I'm making one for my sister, my mother, my sister-in-law, and my mother-in-law. All right, so here's the one towel type that I got for the holidays. It says, "'Tis the season to be jolly." Isn't that cute? Okay, and then I got this one with Santa, and it says, "Welcome to the North Pole." So I got to make toppers for those. Now those I'm definitely doing, although I don't need this many. I'll have plenty for next year, right? Or for myself, right? But anyway, so I did find those this past week. Yay! Thanks. Thanks, HD. It's so nice to see you here. It's been a while since I've seen you, but I'm sure you've been busy. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Margaret says, I still have a hat and some mosaic mug rugs to make for Christmas. Oh, okay. Those are awesome. Sound like they're pretty quick makes though. Well, I say it's relative. I probably take forever for me to. I can do a hat. I can whip up a hat real quick nowadays. I don't know about the mosaic mug rug, only because I haven't tried one. Dawn says, I have over 30 relatives, so everybody is getting cotton cup cozies. Amen to that, right? Because my brain just can't with any larger projects. Yeah. I do have a larger project that I'm working on for mom, but it's not really Christmas. It's just one that I promised her. And she bought her own yarn. So yeah, I can be like, here, Merry Christmas, Mom, with the yarn you bought. Yay. Dawn says, I think that is an awesome gift. Just doing something for every single person. That's great. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And I was stressing about the fact that I wasn't getting all 12 done. And then I thought about it. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay, Mel. It's okay. If you only get 6 done, it's okay. They still have plenty of towels. It's all right. Oh, Kathy says, hi, Mel. Lost without my Kim and Ginger. I know they haven't been on for like, what, 3 weeks now? Kim's been pretty sick. So everybody keep Kim in your thoughts. That's affordably Kim. She just has not been feeling well. So, not the same. Drinking coffee without them. So glad you're here. I need this. Aw, thank you. I'm glad I'm here too. Even though I've been coming on in the middle of doing my makeup, but whatevs. It works. I do the towel toppers with bracelets that I buy at the thrift store. Literally work up in 30 minutes. That's awesome. I love that. I actually use Pamela's Adoring Crochet at the beginning of the year did a towel topper tutorial, and I use hers. And I may do something different next time if I do it again. I still have plenty to do, so they may end up getting them again next year. Just not so seasonal ones, I have 6 to do next year. I have 6 to do. What do you mean I have 6 to do next year? What? Explain that to me. I don't understand. Granny D says, howdy to all that I missed whilst putting on my face. Exactly. That's what I was thinking, Lori. I can do. Oh, that's what you mean, AJ. Gosh, what Lori said. Okay. Woo-hoo. I can do a different 6 next year. Exactly. Right. So, thanks. Kathy says, I love seeing your buttons and your cats. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, my kitties that love to terrorize me. I did finally get my head back up with her hat, which this hat is not quite on right because it needs to have, of course, the hat has extra fur from the kitties right now. I should probably do this with 2 hands. Yeah, doesn't she look like that one character on Fat Albert right now? Here we go. All right. Here we go. She could be checking on her. I know, Kathy. I was looking for Ginger to come on as I knew Kim was very sick. I messaged Ginger. She told me she wouldn't be on. So I hope she's okay. Ginger's okay. She may be checking on her mama. She is she will be on tonight. So Ginger's definitely okay. You wanted to do 12 this year. Yes, AJ, I'm sorry, I'm slow. And Lori had to point it out to me. Thanks, Lori. So I'll have 6 to do next year. Exactly. So perfect. Carol says, I have coffee in my cup and I'm working on a corner to corner pocket shawl. Ooh, that sounds fun. A second of 2 orders. It's awesome. Hey, Backbeat Rhythm. Hello. So nice to see you. Okay, so I'm going to take a look here. Ooh, I think I know how most of us are going to say this, but we'll see. Oh, wait, no, I have another question to ask first. Oh, I got grits in my teeth, you guys. Sorry about that. Gross. I'm so gross. Hello. Oh, Backbeat Rhythm posted a crochet video. I'm going to have to check that out. Carol says, I've got 3 more to make as gifts and 2 lap blankets. Oh, nice. Kathy says, which scrubby yarn is everyone's favorite? I want to add a scrubby instead of bows in my boxes this year, but some tears up in my hands. Help. Okay, so The cotton scrubby yarn is the easiest to use. It feels the best on your fingers. It does get thin at points, so you just need to be careful about it. I actually like to, when I'm making scrubbies, I like to use that plastic. It hurts the heck out of you scrubby yarn, you know. Um, and of course I don't do too many at a time, but that's scrubby yarn. And I know Red Heart makes a brand. There's plenty out there though. I'm pretty sure there's a brand, one of the Hobby Lobby brands has it. But you know what I'm talking about, that the plastic kind. That's what I use. But it is nicer to use the cotton one. The cotton one, but it is thin. And I'm thinking of Bernat on the cotton one. Oh really? Huh. I'll have to find that, Granny D. Okay, so all right, this is the first question. Not everybody's going to be able to answer this question. It says, have you ever experienced culture shock? Where was it and what happened? Have you ever experienced culture shock? Where was it and what happened? So I'm going to tell you, when I moved to Manassas, Virginia, I only lived there for just like 8 months. I only lived there. So Manassas, Virginia, when I moved there, I had lived in cities like Charleston, Augusta, Jacksonville. So they were cities, but they weren't big cities. You know what I mean? So my culture shock was there's such a diversity in that whole area of DC, of the DC Metro, which Manassas is part of the DC Metro. Um, and such a diversity there. It was amazing and beautiful. I loved it. I felt like the odd man out at times, but that's okay. I should feel like the odd man out at times, as we all should. So that was probably the most culture shock time for me. Hobby Lobby has a cotton one. Okay, okay, I didn't know that. I'm working on a Christmas gift hat for my great niece. Woohoo! So cute. How old is your great niece, Lori? HD said no, never had the culture shock moment. Kathy says thanks. Yes, I actually think the plastic stuff lasts a long time. I might hold two different yarns. That might work. Yeah, because so you're not pulling too much on one. If you take the scrubby yarn and do a strand of cotton yarn, it can help the abrasiveness of the yarn. Ooh, that's a good point. I might have to try that sometime. I actually have a tutorial and a pattern for a scrubby, and I need to try that with pulling cotton yarn too. AJ says some people make scrubbies with tulle. I have never done it, but those who have seen do it say they are the best. Which, yeah, I would imagine the tulle would make a great scrubby. Hi, Wanda. So nice to see you. Dawn says, kinda. I went from very urban to semi-suburb. I went from being ready to be aggressive every time I go outside to now I am more shocked when I have to resort back to aggressive while outdoors. Yeah, I would imagine that. Yeah. I did have to learn to be a more aggressive driver when living in the city. And honestly, I mean, I thought I lived in the city before I didn't. And you guys, you have to understand, I grew up in a little itty bitty town called Crystal River, Florida. Tiny little town, which I love, by the way. It was home of the manatee. I didn't realize how much I loved it until I left it, but it's a beautiful, beautiful town. Anyway, that's where I grew up. And I think we hit maybe, think 5,000 or 10,000 people when I left, population. And I went from there and moved to Jacksonville. And that was a culture shock I guess at the time, but I don't know, I was young, so it didn't feel like a culture shock. You know, it was kind of like I'm finally in the city. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I was going somewhere with that and it's gone. It's gone. It's out of my head. No, never had culture shock as of yet. One never knows. That's right. That's right. I can still get some more culture shock. In late 1990, I got stationed in England. very different culturally than here in the US. I adapted easily. They have different spelling for some words, and others have completely different meanings. Oh, wow. So culturally, besides the words, how are they different? I am curious to know. Curious. Oh, yes, you are right down the road, Kimberly. Wow. Where I grew up, right down the road from where I grew up. That's where I grew up. I wasn't born there. I was actually born in a city that I moved to later in life. But I was there from right before I got into kindergarten all the way through. I graduated high school and spent one more year there. Oh, culture shock was when I was in Japan. I was offered to eat squid and whale. I passed politely. Yeah, that would be a little bit different, right? I do actually. I like squid. I like calamari. That's different. That's it. Lori says I lived in the city but visited a suburban Japanese hibachi place where they cook the food right on the table. The lady next to us asked us for an ashtray and she started smoking right on. What? Oh no. Mm-mm. Oh, that's okay, Suzanne. I'm so glad that you're here. Says I have to go help my husband build a tent to cover for our boat. I'll come back later if you're still on. Bye, everyone. Oh, thanks for visiting me, Suzanne. Mwah, thank you so much. Hey, David. So nice to see you. Oh my gosh, David. I loved seeing all of your pictures with the people that you met during your retreat. And it just looked like you had an amazing time. Then you got to see Granny D. I was so jealous. I really wish I had set something up with you, but I know it probably would have been tough anyway because you really scheduled. But I'm so excited for you and you guys. David hit 2,000 subscribers. Woo! Congratulations! I'm so excited for you. Yes, Kimberly says cool. I love it here. It is a beautiful area. It really is. And we used to live when I was growing up. Like I said, I took so much for granted. When I was growing up, my high school, late middle school into high school years, we lived on the water. So we actually had a corner lot, and when I say corner lot, it was the end of the road, but it was a corner lot for the canals. So there was tons of canals there, and so we had water on two sides of our house. I used to be able to see the otters outside and stuff. It was so cute. Every once in a while we would get a manatee down there, but not too often in the canals. I don't think it was deep enough. Um, but we would go on the boat every weekend. And I mean that was my life growing up. And I didn't understand how amazing that was. But that's okay. Says we left that restaurant. Yeah, I imagine so. My great niece is 5. I imagine you left that restaurant. Who wants to smell that while they're eating? Nobody. Yuck. Yes, David. I agree. David says it is ridiculously beautiful in the mountains. There goes a cat. Excuse my cat. Otters, I love otters. Yes, Kathy, are they cute? And I wouldn't have thought that I would have seen otters there, but yeah, we had I believe there were otters or some otter like creature. I believe there were otters though. We didn't it was too far. We don't have beavers or anything like that. And you can tell the difference between beavers and otters. Otters flip upside down and they're oh my gosh, they're so cute. Anyway, when I read, oh, okay. So, Backbeat Rhythm says I'm 23 from 700. So everybody go look at Backbeat Rhythm. When I reach that goal, I will go live. That's awesome. Yay. But as much as I talk about living on the water and everything, and that was down in Florida, living on the water and everything, my happy place is here in the mountains. And if I could buy a house on a lake, in the mountains, I would be happy as could be, but I will be perfectly fine with just staying here in my little valley town, and in the mountains. Whenever I go to buy a new place, I love Franklin. I love the views. If you go out into town, because we're in the valley, you see all the peaks around you. And granted, it's a Smoky Mountain, so the peaks aren't super high, so they don't get lost in the clouds or anything. So you every once in a while you see like the fog on them, and oh my gosh, that's crazy gorgeous too. But yeah, it's beautiful up here. Oh, I came home, found my sister had adopted a kitten. Very soon I was bleeding. Were you playing with the kitten? Oh, don't let it attack your hands too much. I'm at I'm at 86. Oh, AJ says I'm at 86 subs. LOL, moving up but slowly. You will get there, girlfriend. You seriously will. It seems like it takes forever. That first 100 is the most difficult. But everybody, if you haven't checked out AJ's personal touch, make sure you go and check out that as well. Backbeat Rhythm says, when I was in France, I did not realize that the horse had outside the restaurant meant that they served horse meat. Ooh, so I ordered the dinner. Luckily, it wasn't a horse. Oh my gosh, right? Although, if they would have served me horse and not told me beforehand and I enjoyed it, it is what it is. No, to me, no worse than eating a cow, I suppose, because cows are cute. Mel, David says, Mel, I want to come and live with you at the lake house in the mountains. Right? Right. We just should make like a commune, a yarn commune at the lake in the mountains. Lori says she offered to stop, but we said, no, you should be able to smoke if it's allowed. I just was grossed out of ashes and smoking my food. Yeah, I'm with you. And that was nice of her to offer to stop. That was very kind of her to be that thoughtful, because a lot of people aren't. They just get nasty. So that was very thoughtful of her. Ooh, when Redneck Crafter says, in West Virginia, when our trees turn colors, people will come and see them, and that brings money for us. Yes, same here. Same here. And I'm telling you, when I take that drive from Franklin, where I live in Franklin, to Asheville, my favorite, and in the fall, I really should drive that every flippin' weekend. I freaking love it. I love it. It is the best. And I want to record it one of these days. What I need to do is just get like a what do you call the little square cameras that are made to be mobile? What are those called again? A GoPro, and kind of hook it on my car somehow so that I can try and get like this HD like view as I'm driving down the mountain, and share that with you guys. I can't, because if I take a picture with my phone, it just doesn't do it justice. It really doesn't. Oh my gosh. And David says, I came away with so much yarn. I spent $23 and came away with probably hundreds of dollars worth of yarn. That's amazing. What, did you win a bunch, David? That's so cool. I still need to meet your friend in the I haven't gone back to the store, but I will. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a chance to today, because I have got to get to the post office. I'm so behind on my mailing. But yes, I'm not positive I'll be able to today. Ooh, Backbeat Rhythm says I will be moving back to Georgia someday. Where in Georgia? Because there are parts of Georgia that, because I live where I live is not far from Georgia. In fact, our Thanksgiving dinner next week is going to be at the Dillard House. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about when I say the Dillard House. Raise your hand. If not, and I'll explain the Dillard House to you in a minute. Aw, thanks, Dawn. That's so awesome. Dawn subscribed to AJ, and AJ says, I'm behind. Need to tape this weekend after I hear how my daughter's doing. I understand. You know what, AJ, what I had to start doing? I am not one of those people I can record and then get something out the same day. That just Oh, cool. Okay. Thank you, David, for sending me that. Hey, I love it. Anyway, so oh yeah, so what I personally have to do is I have to record in batches. So there's some people who record the day that day and then get it out that same day or the next day or something like that. I have got, if I don't record in batches, things don't get done. So I record about every 3 weeks. I record enough to make 6 videos. And oh, okay, Lori's got to navigate. Okay, Lori, have fun. Enjoy your Thanksgiving week. Enjoy it. I'm so excited for you. Same area of my ridge looks like a postcard in fall and winter. Yes. Lookout Mountain, Georgia. Oh, I gotta look at. Oh, where is that at? I have to go see where that's at. Hang on a minute. I'm looking that up. Backbeat rhythm. You know about the Dillard House. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Lookout Mountain, Georgia. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yes. 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 So your interview with that amazing Franklin, North Carolina yarn dude goes public on Monday. Oh, I'm so excited. You probably got so much content while you were there. That's so exciting. So you were right. Okay. So you're a little bit over. You're right on the Tennessee border of Georgia and Tennessee. I am where I live is like, I'm like right at that corner. I'm about an hour from Tennessee and about, I'm trying to see where you are in relationship to me. So, oh, so you're just south of Chattanooga. Okay, well, look how mountain is. And where am I at? Okay, so you're a little distance from me, but still, that is a beautiful, beautiful area right there by Chattanooga. Yes. Okay, not the end says here late and lurking. Hello everyone. Had to get dinner going. Well, thank you so much for joining me. You know about Dillard's department store. Yeah, no, this is so much better than Dillard's department store. Um yes. Oh my god. The Dillard House has so much southern food. I was totally thrilled to get some guys to model my. I saw that and they look so good. I am so excited that you made such wonderful connections there, David. And I'm kind of jealous because I would love to do that sometime, and I will. But not right now. In Georgia, I'm 45 minutes from Chattanooga. Okay, yeah, it looked like you were just south of Chattanooga. But you are probably about the same distance from Nashville as you are from me, based on what I'm seeing on the map. I'm just like, instead of being up over this way, like kind of this way, I'm like that way. That makes no sense. I know it makes no sense. Anyway, I should probably ask you guys another question, right? And I'll tell you about. Let me ask the next question so you guys can be answering, and I'll tell you guys that don't know what the Dillard House is. And tell me, have you ever been to Maggiano's? I know that was an Italian restaurant that was in DC. I think it was a chain. I just don't know if it's like a regional chain or what. But Maggiano's, have any of y'all been to Maggiano's? Where am I going? There I am. Okay, so this next question, I have a feeling how everybody's going to answer, but it could be wrong. It said, if you had unlimited time and resources, how would you spend your days? If you had unlimited time and resources, how would you spend your days? What? Playing with yarn. That's what I would be doing all the time. Playing with yarn and watching movies or binge watching TV shows. That'd be me. All right. Oh, are they all over the Chicago? Hey there, Laura. So nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, yes, I would. Oh, okay. I'm liking that idea, David. I'm kind of loving that idea. Um, yeah, I'm loving that idea. The co-ed North Carolina, South Carolina, that whole area, North Georgia event. Yes. If I had a bigger place, I would like have the event at my place, but I don't. So I have little bitty place. Yes, exactly. Crocheting in the mountains by creek. Yes, AJ, you and me both, girl. What? Yes, I want a house where I can see the beach and also a house where I can view a beautiful mountain lake. If I were to choose between the two, I'd go with the mountains. Yes. I have found I am not a beach girl. I know I do not like going to the beach. I don't like the sand. I just no. But I'm good with the lake. I'm good with rivers. I'm good with creeks. Vicky says visit all the yarn stores. Um, Maribel says traveling to all the yarn shops around the world, crocheting and buying yarn. Yes, ma'am. Collie Girl says buying and using it. Using it and crochet hooks. I want to try in places not Ohio when it is cold though. I like it. Okay, so if you've been to Maggiano's, you're familiar with this style of serving. And Dillard House does the same thing, just a different type of food. So both Maggiano's and Dillard House, they serve their food family style. And what that means is that you get this gigantic container of food based on how big your party is, and you pass it around the table and scooping it out just like you do at your family at a family dinner. So that's how they serve their food. Maggiano's very focused on, of course, Italian food. And then Dillard House is Southern. So we are having Thanksgiving at Dillard House. Really, honestly, it's because if we were to have Thanksgiving at my mom's house, even if my sister said that she was going to cook things, my mom would take over. She would get herself so stressed out because she loves to cook, but then she gets worked up. And we'd be passing her the wine, like, here, have another glass of wine, mom. Just have another glass of wine, mom. And then we'd be trying to help her, but she just so we just decided it's best if we just do the Dillard House. So we're having Thanksgiving dinner there, which means it's going to be full of turkey, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese, green beans, just amazing stuff. So I'm excited about that. That's what we're doing for Thanksgiving this year. And I'm going to be there with my mom and my sister. Not my sister's full family, because I don't think my nieces and nephew are going to be coming up. Her youngest is going to be with her. So my sister was married prior, had 3 children, and they spend half the time with her and half the time with their father. And she does that. So she spends 1 month every other month down in Florida to make that happen. And this month they're spending the month with their father. And my youngest niece, she had with her second marriage. And so she's going to be with us because they're still married. So that's how that works. Yes, backbeat with the Maggiano. Smack your granny, amazing Italian food. What? Yes. My boss took us there for not the end of the year. He does more like the beginning of the year. Big group thing. It was amazing. Ooh, that you can go. Wait, we have an Amish place like that up here. Ooh, golly, I bet you that's amazing that you can go and get a full family style Amish meal. I'm backing up a little bit. Actually, I would want to open my own yarn store. That is more crochet based than knitting. Yes, right? They're all mostly knitting based or weaving or something other than crochet. Okay. David says to John, I used to hate the beach, but at my age, I don't much care about the sun. I can deal. I just want fresh air, a nice view, great yarn, and a pool boy. I don't even need a pool. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. AJ says, darn, Laura, I wish I was still massaging. I would offer you a free one. Aw, we do not live too far from each other, if I remember right. I do have some fave exercises I can give you if you ever want them. That would be great, AJ. I'm up for any advice. Thank you, says Laura. Jenny, hi, Jenny. So nice to see you. Off topic, but wanted to tell you I appreciate the consistency of your shows and also the Yarn Hooker show. Well, thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now at the end says, nothing in my cup but water. Starting on my third cow for my nephew. He will have the most stylish neck in 3 counties. Amen to that. Hi, Christy. So nice to see you. Hello, hello. Yeah, Backbeat Rhythm says, Dillard, home food for the soul. Yes. I actually have a cookbook that my mom got my daughter from the Dillard house. We've gone up there before, and not just for the holiday, but my mom's taking us up there. Sorry to sound ignorant, but is Amish food much different from normal U.S. American food? Dawn, you know what I'm thinking with the Amish food? I think that it's probably more food of the land, so you don't get processed stuff. I'm wondering if you even get like pasta at all. So you wouldn't get like a macaroni and cheese. You would get more, unless they make their own pasta. They may make their own pasta. So like the stuff that they can farm on hand and stuff like that. I don't know. AJ may be able to answer that a little bit better. Redneck Crafter says, family sewing, crochet, and my other crafts I can do. Also, my family has no problem with me buying yarn. Yeah, my daughter's like running out of room. Her whole house is full of what did you say our house was full of? Animals and yarn. Oh, LJ, so nice to see you. Hello. Mwah. So nice to see you. AJ says, my paper at the end of my college courses was on frozen shoulder. For the frozen okay, got you. I'm sorry, I missed a little bit, but I'm caught up, AJ. Backbeat Rhythm says, I would spend my day crocheting and playing music on my porch. That actually sounds really amazing, especially this time of year. It gets cold at night, but during the day feels amazing. Actually, some days it does get a little bit warm right now. For me, I've gotten way too used to this weather. I'm taking a look. It's 49 degrees right now. So sitting out on the porch right now would be amazing. David says, I'm running out of space every time I get depressed and think desperate thoughts. I think of how much yarn I have left to use up. Oh no, that's okay though, David. You'll use it up. I mean, you make so much stuff. It's amazing. Collie Girl says, nothing wrong with a house full of animals and yarn, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. I finally made the appointment to get little one fixed. It's not until February, but I finally made the appointment. Little dude is getting fixed because he is driving every cat in this house nuts. He doesn't mess with the dogs, but he drives all the cats nuts. Except for Stella. Stella, he doesn't mess with Stella. Stella will put him down in a heartbeat. Oh no! LJ says, I just got back from my sister. So stuffy from inhaling dog hair. Oh, are you allergic? I'm sorry. Dawn says, nice. Sounds good. I kind of thought that, but was not sure. Yeah, that's what, and honestly, I'm not positive. So AJ may be able to enlighten us more, but that's what I imagine it would be. Okay, and AJ says, not really. It's just a good old fashioned 5 to 6 course meal. So it'd probably look a lot like Dillard House, I would imagine. Probably look a lot like Dillard House. Ooh, make it a red heart party time fiesta hat. Ooh, that sounds like that would be pretty. Backbeat Rhythm. Ed Carr says it's 40 degrees up here in New York. Oh, okay. So that might be just a little. It depends on if the sun's shining. If the sun's shining, then it would be a great day on the porch. Thanks, Jenny. Jenny just subbed to you, AJ. Thank you so much. Good morning, Lisa. Hello. So nice to see you. Hello. LJ says, your sense of humor is quite similar to mine, David, which means a little bit dirty, a lot sarcastic. David, get your vitamin D levels checked to see if you're worse in the winter. Ooh, that is a good point. That is a good point. Very good point. All right. So next question, you guys. Next question. It's already 12 o'clock. What? It always gives myself. I am hiking to Michael's. Any good sales? Oh, I don't know. Let's everybody look. Come on. I'm looking now. Michael's. Michaels.com. Yeah, I have to plan my trips to Michael's. That's a little bit easier to get to because there's one in Waynesville. But for me to get to like Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and Michael's, that's like a 2-hour trip. So that's a day-long trip. I need to do that. Maybe I'm going to do that on Black Friday. Maybe I'll make no, because I think things will be too crazy up in Asheville on Black Friday. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. But I want to make that trip. I don't need to. Melanie, you don't need to. I already spent enough on Amazon, right? I order a lot, you guys, in Lion Brand. Okay, so I'm going to. Where's my Michaels app? I know I have one on here. You can tell how often I get to the big box stores because I don't. Oh, here it is. Oh, I got to download it. All right, let me just go to michaels.com. Oh, it takes you 15 to 20 minutes to walk there. Oh my gosh, I wish I was that close. If you can get to that shop in Franklin, please. Just go just to give Charles a hug. He's amazing. Oh, okay. I need to go see Charles. What? Oh, I went to Michael.com, not Michael. So it's telling me all about Michael J. Saylor. And I'm like, why am I here? Why am I here? Oh, Margaret says, my Michaels had a terrible selection of all yarns. Winter's always worse. It is a wonder that I made it through last February. So you probably need to work on your vitamin D, David. That's a good point. 45-minute walk to Hobby Lobby. Ooh, that's a little bit more rough. I've never been to the mountains before. A lake and a beach, yeah, for sure, but no mountains here in the middle of the prairies of Canada. Your family Thanksgiving at a restaurant is genius, right? No stress. The only stress is it's not a cheap. It's like $40 per person. So it's not cheap, but I don't know. Thanksgiving can be almost that anyway, right? So okay. Where is the weekly ad? What's on the weekly ad? I should have put it up on here and then share it. I should have done that, right? Although I don't know if I would get in trouble for that or not. I don't think so. Oh, stop giving me that. Okay, so they have got Bernat the Bernat Stitch and Win yarn. So that their contest yarn, $6.99. So it's probably their big skeins of it, but this is the big yarn. And then they've got Karen Cake's Lush Living Collection for $6.99 a cake. That actually looks really pretty. I might have to check that. I'm not a big Karen Cakes fan, but I might have to like go and check those, like touch them, feel them. And the burnout that their picture is the big bold, and I can't tell with this other one. It looks like a tweed, like a super chunky, like a size 6 tweed. That's all I'm seeing on yarn right now. Nothing major. Nothing major. There might be some clearance stuff. I'm not real sure though. I'm not sure. Heck, kid, that's Gremlin, you guys. My gray dude right there, that's Gremlin. He's our pacer. His cell is left is right. Hi. Oh, hi. Hi, Sandy. So nice to see you. LJ says, I get worse in winter too. I'm not the world's most stable person in general, but I can normally tell when it's a vitamin deficiency underlying. Ed says, did a road trip last weekend, hit 4 different Michael stores. Ooh, just over 200 miles round trip, but that sounds fun. That sounds so much fun. David says, we're doing a restaurant for Thanksgiving too. It's just my sister and me after all. Yeah, I understand that. You guys, though, I still love making turkey. Now, I don't know if I've told y'all, I actually don't have well, I do have one in here, but it's not connected to anything. It's a gas stove, but I didn't connect it because it was leaking. So I'm actually going to have that hauled out of here and put shelves there because I've gotten very used to. It's just me and Ro, and before that was just me, Ro, and Jeremy. And So all I do is I have an air fryer, looks like a little oven. So we cook, like, say, a box little thing of lasagna, like the box lasagna or something. We cook it in there. So that's our oven. And it gets so hot with just that. I can't imagine if I did have a full-size stove working or oven working here, how hot it would get. So anyway, and then I have a couple of hot plates, so we cook like stovetop, just hot plates on. Nice ones, but because they go bad pretty quickly if you're not careful. Um, so I have that, and then I have other things like a skillet type of deal and stuff like that. But I just picked up a roaster so that I could make a turkey, because that's how much I love turkey, and I love getting them for the good price this time of year. But yeah, so I just picked up a roaster. In fact, I need to pick up a turkey. I had to pick it up Sunday morning, and then we have to cook it that day because I don't have room in my freezer for a turkey. But I'll get one, and then we'll cook it that day in the roaster, and then we'll cut it up and have it for probably about a week or two. I'm so behind on chat, guys. I'm behind on chat. Granny D and I went to Michael's. I had to remind her it's okay to walk out of Michael's without buying anything. Yes, I need somebody to remind me of that. I'm getting better. I'm getting more selective, especially as I find I can't get through all the yarn that I'm buying. Yeah, Laura says that's a sin, David. Shame on you. AJ says Gremlin looks like Halford. Yeah, so I also call Gremlin Kit Kat, by the way. So all my cats have like several names. So Gremlin is also Kitty Cat, also Kit Kat. So that's his names. All right, so I'm scrolling down so I can be caught up on this. Ooh, my aunt cooks our things. Redneck Crafter says my aunt cooks our Thanksgiving turkey in a wood cooking stove. That sounds amazing. So it's almost like smoked turkey, right? Oh no, my stove hasn't worked since I lived here. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to cook on the stove because it's hot. No, we have hot plates and stuff, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. I just need to get it hauled out of here so it's out of the way and I can put shelves there. Um, but it I went to go hook it up. Oh, I'm flinging coffee all over my arm. It's going to smell a little bit like coffee, but that's okay. My daughter likes coffee. So when I first moved here, I went to get things connected. Both I had a gas heater and I had the stove. You guys understand? I don't know if you know. I live in a 450 square foot house, so it's a tiny little place, and the stove is old. So when they went to go hook up, because I was getting a tank, a propane tank, when they went to go hook everything up, there was a leak in the stove and there was a leak in the heater. And I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm not getting propane. I got electric heaters. They work just great. Just great. I do have an emergency heater that's propane that uses the small tanks, just in case the power goes out and we still have heat, because sometimes that can be important. And I also have a propane cooktop if I need it. And we have propane grill. So we're good. We're good. It's just that it never worked, and I just decided, you know what? I don't really need it. In this little itty bitty house, I have I can't remember what it's called, but it's a air fryer oven type thing. It also does a rotisserie, and it opens like an oven. And that's a perfect size for my little family. It's a perfect size for us. Hi, Connie. I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing? Hey, how many hours do you need? Or did you hit your 4,000 hours? Mel, talk to my friend Lynn. In addition to being a great realtor, she's also a great human being. Oh, that's awesome. Your Lynn is on my list, and I may have to reach out to you again to get the contact. But I am planning on moving from my little itty bitty house because it's getting cramped. And within the next 2 years. It was a red and blue striped yarn that I needed. Oh. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Nana. Ed says we usually cook our turkey on the grill. Ooh, that sounds amazing. On the grill, preheat the grill and put it on and let it cook. Ed, that sounds amazing. I have to, because my sister cooks a whole chicken on the grill, and it comes out wonderfully. So I wonder how a turkey would come out. What? Margaret says, I lived without an oven for a year. Mine died one day after the warranty ended. Tried to get the company to come out and fix it. They wouldn't. Yeah, yeah. And honestly, we're fine, you guys. We are fine. I do fine. It was a choice that I made. And I feel like if we were to put an oven in this little space, it would be so hot, I would never use it. So why invest in that? Because I could buy another stove, another full size stove, and put it there and get it hooked up to propane. But the more I think about it, because when we first moved here, we were broke. We were broke. I'm not anymore, but we were broke, and so just getting that little oven was perfect for us. And I found it gets so hot in here when I use the oven that it just doesn't. It doesn't make sense to put a bigger oven in here. It really doesn't. I don't have the George Foreman grill. We did have one similar to that, and we used it a lot. But we have a full size grill outside, and then I we just found that we end up making the if we make burgers inside the house and not on the grill outside. I have a big it's kind of a skillet. It's like a rectangle skillet. So that's where we make our pancakes, and that's where we make like the if we do like a voila, get the bag frozen voila, we make it in that, or we sometimes we'll make the burgers in that. And we just never we found that we didn't really use the grill as much, so we got rid of that. I have learned what I use and what I don't use in small appliances. I have learned because I don't have room to keep something that I'm not going to use, so we get rid of stuff that we aren't using. Um, yes, the market is crazy now, so you're justified not wanting to make any change, but I want you to know him nonetheless. Oh, I will, I will, I will. Um, so yeah, the market. Now I've seen some good deals come up. In fact, there's a house just down the road that just went up. The problem is like it's not fenced in. It's right at the top of my range, and I really want something that's fenced in. And I know that if I go there saying, hey, I want to spend 20 grand less, because it's almost an acre. So I don't know how much it'll cost to fence in an acre, but I was, I want to spend say 15, 10, 20 grand less than what the asking price is. That ain't gonna fly, because people are going in with offers higher than the asking price. So the George Foreman grill, that's the grill that you fold almost like a panini, but it's slanted so the grease falls off. That's what the George Foreman grill is. And Estella says, my husband gets mad when I tell him we don't have the money to buy this or that. He says, stop saying that. We have money. I still play cheap. Amen to that. Amen to that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And if you don't need it, I don't know. You just look at things a little bit differently when you have been like dirt broke. Like when we moved here, I just tell you, I you know, you guys, I'm fine now. You guys, trust me, I am fine. It just took us a minute to get here. We had some struggles when we first moved here, and so basically, to make sure I paid all the bills, I mean, I would go where we ran out of groceries. So, and my daughter was getting food at school and stuff like that, so it was fine. But like, and I would make sure that she would have meals, or we'd have spaghetti or something at night. But during the day, like my breakfast and lunch, I'd put bouillon and a hot cup of water and sip on that, and that was my meal. And I tell you what, I lost like 40 pounds. Now, since I've gotten money back, I'll probably gain that 40 pounds back, but yeah, basically, what is it? My sister-in-law, she goes, you lost some weight. What did you do? And I was like, yeah, it's called forced fasting. But we all have those moments. We've all been there. We've had our struggles, and I got through it. I'm on the other side of it, so I'm good. And you learn from it. You learn. Um, Hi, Dragon Bee Crochet. So nice to see you. Mwah, mwah. I love seeing your comments. You always crack me up. Hi, just popped in to say hi from Mark and Mullen. Regina. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. I am so far. Thank you. We can talk offline about real estate things. I was a licensed real estate agent. Oh, David, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Yes. I tell you, it's in the 2 year. It's like a 2 year goal. And I'm thinking that things will start to level out within the next year as far as real estate goes. I'm thinking. You guys, I should ask you guys another question. I've just totally been, you know how it is. You know how it is. Let me ask you another question. Oh, I don't even remember this. What? It says, what is the first thing you thought about when you woke up today? What is the first thing you thought about when you woke up today? So, a little bit about me, right? You guys know way too much about me, but I'm going to say it anyway. So, I go to sleep with my iPad on. I have on my side table my iPad on, and I go to sleep to. I watch some shows that I've seen so many times that it doesn't engage my brain and keep me awake. So I know what's going on so well. And those among those shows are Medium. You're going to see a trend here. So Medium, Supernatural, Criminal Minds, Grimm. I also will do that with the Twilight movies. That's more when I'm napping. So anyway, those play through the night. And then I wake up to Supernatural still playing. So I guess that's usually still what's in my mind. Like I picture the scene because I've seen it so many times. I can picture the scene in my head. So yeah. LJ says, we like our George Foreman grill. It's good for steaks and burgers in particular. Yes. And pork chops. Yes. Ours was gifted us for Christmas and it's frequently used, but I use my slow cooker mostly. Amen to slow cookers. What? So I have an Instant Pot now. My boss got that for me. I think it was last year or the year before for Christmas. And I love it. Now I use the slow cooker side of it more than I use the Instant Pot side of it. Yeah. I just can't get away. I don't know. I use it more as a slow cooker. And oh, that reminds me, I never did get that. I meant to get, there's this white sausage chili that I make that I love. And I meant to get the ingredients for it and I completely forgot. Next grocery trip. Crochet says, when I was young and poor, I would eat a can of peas for dinner. Yes. I've been there. Or a can of green beans or a can of corn. I don't buy corn anymore though. We finally got the sparkle yarn from Mainstays where I worked. Yay! That's so cool. I still have not found the teal. I've gotten all the other colors, but not that beautiful teal. I wish I could get that. David, is there anything that you haven't done? Nana's asking that. How exactly do you define today? I sleep and nap frequently. Okay, so within this 24-hour period, maybe? Dragon Bee says, oh, when I woke up, am I awake? Crap. Phew. I just had to check and see if I remembered that I put my bra on. You guys are lucky that you get me in a bra because normally if I'm at home, I'm not wearing one. All right, Backbeat Rhythm says they gotta go. Bless all. Well, so nice for you to be here with us for the first hour. Mwah, thank you so much for being here. Lisa has to take the dog out. AJ says, I woke up wondering how my daughter was doing. Oh, yeah, I would imagine that, definitely. Bearded or David says to Nana Michelle, I haven't cooked in a restaurant or worked construction, and I've certainly never been paid for modeling or anything else having to do with my looks. Aw, I haven't either, David. Redneck Crafter says, the first thing I think this morning, dang, my cat's still sitting on me. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Damn it, I have to reset that clock. Yes. Unfortunately, most of my clocks are all these, except for I did have to reset my car one. My mom actually showed me how to do that. Shannon says, we have some. I'm not sure what you have. What do you have? Oh, the sparkle yarn? Dawn says, damn it, older brother is the first thing I thought. I had a nightmare. He tried to move us back to the projects. It was only in my dreams, so I couldn't call him out and curse him or call and curse him out. I'd look crazy. Oh, that's a bad dream. I hope you have better dreams usually. AJ says, oh my God, I made roast with potatoes and mushrooms and carrots in our slow cooker last week. Oh, that sounds amazing. It was so good. And with my new meds, I was able to actually eat the protein. Yes. Hi, Suzanne. So nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Backbeat Rhythm says, first thing I thought about this morning was how much more stuff I have to make for Christmas. Yes. So the last question, you guys, if you're just coming in, was what is the first thing you thought about when you woke up today? And I'm going to tell you guys, if you're new to visiting my live, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. What I do on this live is the way I look at using this live is a way for us to get to know each other in the crochet community a little bit better. So I ask some icebreaker questions so that everybody can answer, and I answer them too. And sometimes we go off on tangents, sometimes we don't. It all depends on what the day is. Now, at the end of every live, I do a giveaway. I do a little drawing, and the only caveat is, in order for you to be considered in the drawing, you have to have been active in the chat within the last 5 minutes of my drawing, which usually I do that drawing usually about 5 minutes before I end the show, which is usually about 1. So I do a 2-hour show. It's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I usually try to do the drawing right around 12:55. And like I said, you have to have been active in the chat within the last 5 minutes. And those people that are channel members, they have a 2 times more chance of winning the prize than those that are not channel members. So that being said, I'm going to show you what you can choose from if you win the drawing. Excuse me. Jamie, are you still here? I haven't seen your chat. I swear I changed it to live chat. Have you been busy? Okay, so here's what you can choose from if you win the drawing. I do have one item in here that I will not send to international. So please don't choose that if you're an international winner. I do have several items in here that I will send to both domestic and international. I'm in the US, so keep that in mind. All right, so here is that button. Isn't that a gorgeous button? Look, David, pretty button, pretty big button. I don't know why I said that in a funny voice. All right, and this are the Disney villains buttons. It's Ursula, Cruella de Vil, and Maleficent. Those are buttons. Oh my gosh, so cute, right? All right, and then Minnie Mouse, red and white and sparkly with some bling. And then another Minnie Mouse set. This doesn't have the bling, but it does have some red glitter on it. And they're different size buttons. You have little ones as well as the bigger ones. This is bug-eyed, little big-eyed bugs. Isn't that cute? All right, and then this one is called Kitten Caboodle. So you've got the paws, the little meows. Even those little meows are buttons. And little kitty cat heads. And then, yes, you got to email me which one you want, Wanda. Yes, you did one last week, and I'm doing like a month's worth of mailing today whenever I get done with the live. All right, this one's called Splish Splash, so it's mermaids and it's seashells. And then these are 3 buttons, blingy buttons. They are the kind that go on top of something as opposed to a flat button. Well, I guess all of them kind of are that way. Yeah, most of them are that way. These little fancy buttons, because that's what the backs look like. So I don't know why I was saying like it was different. All right, and then you have this 3-tiered tassel you can choose from, and a firefly buttons, and flower buttons, and then forest baby buttons. And finally, this little container of buttons. This is the one that, if you're international, I will not send this particular one internationally. I just think it's more than I want to spend. It's for something that I do weekly. That's all. For something I do weekly. So, but anyway, it's this little container full of all different types of buttons. And most of them are brown, black, and navy blue, it looks like. So this little container of buttons. And I'm going to be blurry for a minute, you guys. Please bear with the camera as it readjusts. And I put these all back in. So have you heard yet from your daughter? Because I know she was going to the doctor's in the morning. Have you heard anything yet? Love the Minnie Mouse buttons and the kittens. Yes, aren't those kittens cute? I agree, Angela. They're so cute. Okay, well, Suzanne doesn't want any buttons. That's usually what I give away are the buttons. I do have the tassel if you're not interested in the buttons, so don't worry about that. But if you don't want buttons, that's okay. You can just decline the winnings. It's all good. But that's what I have for the drawing. All right, so it still hasn't figured out how to... my nose. Let me see here. Let me see. Sometimes this trick works. If it'll work if I put my glasses on. And then it'll get... Oh, okay. So AJ says she's so she's positive for COVID. I am so sorry about that. Was she vaccinated? Nope. Glasses didn't work. It's still blurry. All right, let me see if I can't fix it. I am working on fixing it. Close. If you ever see me do this with my hand, it's me trying to get my camera to focus. Now, next year's plan is to get a mirrorless digital camera. It's actually the Canon. Still. Let me just get up here. Now I'm in focus. I just need to get up here. So the Canon M50 Mark II, it's my plan to get that next year, and that I will have a little bit more control over as far as focus goes. And I'm going to use that for my regular camera as well as my webcam. So that's my goal for next year. Not this year. Not on plans for this year. Next year. Oh yeah, no, I can't reset my phone. Unfortunately, it's actually a webcam. It's a Logitech. It's a Logitech webcam. So it's not my phone. Backbeat Rhythm says, "Can I ask for a prayer? Yesterday, a friend of mine was taken by ambulance to a hospital, and they found that she has COVID. She's medically induced coma on a ventilator. Oh my gosh." That my mom came very close to that. So yes, absolutely. Everybody, thoughts for Backbeat Rhythm's friends. Everybody, thoughts for AJ's daughter. No, she never. No, ever since her fiance died in a car accident, she refuses to go to the doctor or eat anything unless she absolutely has to. Or doctor or ER, not eat or ER or anything. Unless she absolutely. That's. I'm sorry to hear that. I will keep her in my thoughts, AJ. The doctor told her she is young and healthy, should be just fine, but I have heard so many long-lasting effects. I hope she does get over it. Okay, but I'm so worried. The only long-lasting effect that I've heard is people still have problems tasting things. My niece got it. She is in her early 20s as well. And she got it, and she still has problems tasting things. My mom almost died, so that was tough. But she also is much older, so she's in her 60s. Reset my phone, lagging way behind. Got you, Lisa. Okay, I was like, Now Naughty said something about groceries going way up. I missed that. Let me see here. I don't know what the situation in other parts of the world, but basic food staples food prices have skyrocketed. The cost of a 4-liter jug of milk is $8.48. A loaf of rye bread is $6.25. So, further up the mountain where my mom lives, a gallon of milk cost her almost $7, which is to me crazy. I don't buy cow's milk anymore. I buy almond milk or oat milk. My daughter likes oat milk. I don't drink oat milk only because of the carbs in it. So I drink almond milk. And that has been okay. It's still about $2 for a half gallon. So, but yeah, the prices of groceries keep going up, and I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. I think it's actually going to get worse before it gets better because of problems with the supply chain, which is horrible. Yeah, prayers for all with COVID. This is from Dawn. I was in quarantine about a week ago. 2 relatives got it, but everyone in our house was vaccinated and didn't catch it. I was just safety reasons not to be a carrier. Yeah, meat is ridiculous. Yeah, actually, I've stocked so much on my groceries. I didn't realize because when I first was just me and Rowan buying, I bought way too much. So I feel like I have this. I need to buy less and less each week, and I keep doing that. But I still have so much food in my freezer because I'm not used to buying for only two. But that's okay. That is okay. Trying to work up the courage to try almond milk. Oh my gosh, Dragon Bee. So, I'm just gonna let you know it's a little bit nutty. You want to shake it up. If you are a big fan of milk, do not get sweetened. Make sure to get unsweetened almond milk, because to me it tastes weird. The sweetened almond milk tastes weird to me. So I make sure I get unsweetened, and I am so glad that I found it because I grew up being a milk lover, and the flavor of it is close. When you first try it, it's going to have that little bit of a nutty aftertaste, but for the most part, the flavor is very close. When you get down to the bottom of it, it's going to get a little bit gritty. So I usually don't drink the last of it, because you can you get just, I don't know, you just can feel the difference. Oh, you get vanilla almond milk, but unsweetened. I love almond milk and coconut milk, but my daughter said the oat milk is better. Yeah, my daughter, she says the oat milk is closer to almond, or to the taste of milk than almond milk is. But I looked at the carbs in it, and I'm like, no, can't do it. Um, and I don't. It's not that I'm wanting to get protein instead of carbs, although that's better for me. I just don't want the carbs if I don't need it. So anyway. So almond milk it is for me. Okay, so the next question is, what's something that you would change if you ran the world? What is something that you would change if you ran the world? I would put everybody in an electric vehicle. That would be like the one thing, the very first thing. I would put everybody in an electric vehicle. Oh, you buy it at the Dollar Tree, Lisa? And I saw where the Dollar Tree has that, and I didn't even realize that. AJ says, I love it on cereal and in my coffee. Yes. Oh, that's okay, Lita. I'm so glad that you made it. I understand. You know what? I was still putting on my makeup when I got on here at 11 a.m. I have gotten later and later, so you guys get to see me. One day, you guys might see me without my eyebrows. Don't happen much. When I say I don't have eyebrows. I don't. I fill in my eyebrows. I have, actually, they're very light, which is strange because I have such dark hair. They're very light. So mostly you just see like this part right here, and then nothing, Yeah. So Jamie says, do y'all feel it's no longer a question of if you contract COVID, but when? In Canada next week, kids 5 to 11 will be able to get vaccinated? I don't ingest dairy myself, but the kids do. Does it taste good? So Dawn's asking, does it taste? Yes. Almond milk does taste good with cereal. Yes. I try not to eat cereal too often because, again, carbs. You guys, if you don't know, I am type 2 diabetic. I mean, it was bound to happen, right? So I'm type 2 diabetic. So while I'm not the best, I promise you, I am not the best by keeping off the carbs. I do try to reduce them when I can. But when I first realized that I could drink almond milk and I actually liked it, we went on a little bit of a cereal craze, and I bought way too much cereal. We're back off that craze now. But my daughter does eat cereal, and she liked it with it as well. Healthcare for everyone. I like that answer, Lisa. Healthcare for everyone. That's true. That's another good one. LJ says almonds are quite often heavily treated with pesticides. So something to keep an eye on from that point of view. Oh, okay. Yes, that's a great point there. Dawn says free healthcare, no homelessness ever. Yes. I love those communities that have popped up for the homeless, to help them keep their dignity. But it's a community of it's like somebody buys several acres and they put a ton of little tiny houses, like just one bedroom, one bath, tiny houses all near each other so that everybody has their sense of privacy. And I think that's so much better investment in doing something like that over like the shelters that are just a bunch of bunks together. Even if you could take those shelters and make little apartments in the shelters, because there's a sense of dignity that I think is lost when you go that when you have to start seeking that kind of assistance, and it's hard to find get through that, to get yourself out of that situation. Just my opinion. So I really love these communities that are popping up like that. I think they're amazing. The rich would pay the same interest and taxes as the rest of us and not have so many loopholes. Amen to that. Internet access for everyone. So much to learn from each other. Yes, Dragon Bee. Right. Yes. Love it. The rich. Wait. No more violence, mean people, war, etc. If I were in the world. I love that. No more violence. Jamie says silk almond milk after a week, if you don't use it up, it turns weird. If you use it with cereal, it coats it instead of swims in it. Oh, now I don't buy silk. I actually get Great Value, which is the Walmart brand. Oh, thanks, Samantha. I really appreciate that. Bobby says, good morning, Bobby. Hello. So nice to see you. Hello. Um, something I would change is how the kids talk to their elders. Yes. My kid doesn't. I'm not a fan of talking back. That is like one of my things. I'm like, nope. We ain't gonna play that. Now I don't mind my daughter disagreeing with me. And I think that she should be able to disagree with me, and vehemently, if she feels strongly in the way that she's thinking it. It's okay. She won't ever get in trouble for that. I may still continue to disagree, but she won't get in trouble for it. However, if she ever becomes disrespectful, that is another story. That is another story. Anyway. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot to. That's why my nose is itching so much. I didn't take my allergy pill last night. What? I usually take it at night. I'm gonna go ahead and take that now. Samantha says, "What am I am working on? I need to make my daughter a hat out of this. I used some of this to make a messy bun hat. My pattern to make it over again. But my daughter likes this, and I have enough, I think, to make her just a plain beanie. She doesn't need a messy bun hat. She never wears her hair up. I always wear my hair up. She never wears her hair up. And then I'm also still working on the blanket for my mom, the star blanket for my mom. And I'm also working on toppers for Christmas gifts. Bobby says, I would eliminate greed, which would remove most of the world's problems. That's true. That's true. And the reason why I went with the first thing I thought is put everybody in an electric vehicle is the first thing is, and of course have the associated outlets to help with those electric vehicles is because it just, global warming. That's all. John says, yes, I love tiny houses. The same money all over the world and the same laws. Yeah. Oh gosh, that would be so tough to do. But if you had one ruler for the whole world, yes. Ooh, Samantha's working on a blanket. Awesome. Is that for anybody or is it for you? Or LJ says elders don't always know better. They need to respect the younger generation and how things have changed over the years also. That's true, LJ, which is why I say I have no problem with people disagreeing with me. I really don't. And that goes two ways. If my mother ever disrespected my daughter, I would have words. But yeah, you're right. We don't know everything. And the world's changing every day. The world is changing. Just never be disrespectful to anybody, either young or old. So maybe for my friends or me. That's awesome. I love that. I say that respectfully, coming from a family dynamic that wasn't healthy. Oh, got you, LJ. That makes sense. It makes sense. Total sense. It really does. Oh, my nose. Woo, itchy, itchy. It is 12:40, you guys. So we're getting no kitty cat. When I do this, that means the cat's wanting to come right through here. And yeah, we don't want that right now. Here he's coming around me. Ah, what'd you melt down? My work phone. The receiver for my work phone. There he goes. So he'll just hang out right there for a little bit. Right there. All right. So the next question, you guys, is what's the last book that you quit reading and why? What is the last book that you quit? And that's an interesting way to word it, that you quit reading and why. That's a funny way to word it. Because I always think of it, you finished reading. So if you quit reading, does that mean that you never finished it? And I have some like YouTube books that I haven't read in full because I kind of skip around in them. So that would be why, if you talk about quit reading. Now, the last book that I finished reading and I read in full was a book 11, I think it was, of The Wheel of Time. So ooh, just sold 2 yip yips. Yay, Dragon Bee. That's awesome. Samantha says she's excited for Yarn Hookers. Yes, you guys, if you don't know, Yarn Hookers this afternoon is at Julie's place. So go over to Julie's and we're talking about kids and crochet. Oh, Jamie's asking AJ if she lives at home. Back. Had to call my mom. She was waiting to hear how things went. Yeah, AJ, does your daughter live with you? I think that you mentioned before that she called you and told you she was going. So she doesn't live with you, right? I'm thinking. I could be wrong on that though. Lisa says, I don't remember. I always have to finish anything I start or it drives me crazy. Oh, yeah. No, I have no problem if the book isn't good, not finishing it. It doesn't happen often, but I have no problem. OCD is bad with me. I get that. I understand. Samantha's asking what your favorite holiday is. For me, it is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Totally my favorite holiday. Lita says, I'm a bookaholic. I don't quit books, though there was one a few years ago that I came close to quitting. Oh my gosh, was it that bad? AJ says, actually, she just bought a house and she has to be in it by the end of the year. Oh my gosh. Wow. So she has so much going on top of having COVID. Well, hopefully she'll work through the COVID. And she'll be feeling better in another 5 days or so. That's tough, though. She probably feels so miserable right now. Well, just go and give her lots of liquids and leave it at her door, maybe. Oh, that's a good one. So I've watched that show. I have never read the book. So Dawn says Discovery of Witches. It was over the course of 2 years. It was my once in a while book. I didn't even know where I don't even know where it is. Does it not just pull you along? I can't get kids to learn how to crochet or knit. Yeah, I tried with my daughter and it wasn't pretty, so I don't try anymore. Part of that was me losing patience. I'm not the most patient person in the world, so where's Waldo? Christmas big adventure. Samantha says, "Hi, AJ." AJ says, "I can't drive, so hubby will have to with my health. She is not allowed." Oh, allowing me within a mile or more of her. Oh, that's super sweet, but so tough on you. Ugh. Well, get your husband to take her liquids, soup, lots and lots of soup. I could take her soup. I eat so much soup, you guys. I eat so much soup. I love soup. I binge watched Discovery Witches, and I got through. I think they just came out with season 3, didn't they? I got through. I didn't finish up the last couple episodes of season 2. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I got distracted by something else. I have never stopped reading a book, so the answer is I read them all. Gotta go to the store. Oh, Lisa, well, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Mwah. Thank you. I will have to make her a good vegetable. Oh, yes. vegetable soup. She is completely vegan. You can make an amazing vegetable soup. And I don't know if she does canned veggies or not, but I know that there was, I remember Weight Watchers has like, what was it, a 15 can soup that was really, really, really good. But no, there's some amazing vegetable soups out there. Also, you can make a vegetarian chili with just beans. I think you could get away with that with just beans. Oh, I liked it, but I need urgency with reading or it dies. Yep, I understand that. LJ says, taught my 7-year-old niece to knit a few rows and my 5-year-old niece to chain last week. It takes patience. I'm left-handed and they are right. Amen to left-handed people. Whew. I did that with my right hand. Should do it with my left. And takes patience. I'm left-handed and they are right, but we still managed. You know, honestly, I have more patience with my niece than I do with my daughter. And I think that's the case. You have more patience with people outside of your close family, and maybe it's just me, than you do with the. I guess because you're allowed to lose it with those you're closest to because they know you. They know you. There's no not knowing you. So I don't know. But bye, Redneck Crafter. So nice to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Dragon Beast says, I think it might have been Dragon Riders of Pern. Oh, I like that one. I just couldn't get into the writing style. Okay, I understand that. I actually like Anne McCaffrey. It actually, that is one of the series that brought my daughter into, well, besides Lord of the Rings, that brought my daughter into fantasy. She really, really enjoyed the Dragon Riders. What, Ro, what's the first fantasy books that you read? Oh, Aragon. Okay. All right. That would make sense. Well, and then you read the dystopic stuff like Hunger Games and what's that other one? Divergence, yeah. Anyway, sorry for the sniffles, you guys. One of my favorite foods is chili. Samantha just made a pot last week. Yes. Samantha's not Samantha. Chili's so good. They make a great vegan powdered broth I get on Amazon that mocks chicken or beef or ham. Ooh, it makes a great soup. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that. I saw the trailer for the Wheel of Time. Now I see what you're so excited about. Yes. Okay. So anybody that has been watching me and getting more and more excited about the Wheel of Time. So I have watched the first 3 episodes. I want to tell you guys, if you go to watch it, the first episode is a little clunky and can be confusing. There is a lot of extra stuff that'll help you understand what's going on. So if you're watching it on a computer and you go to X-Ray, you can there's an animated short that talks about the breaking of the worlds and then a few other things. But the first episode is a little clunky and the pacing's off. Then get to the second episode and that's where it really starts to get good and into the story of that particular book, or not particular book, but the first part of the story. You guys have to understand that this is a 14 book series. So they were trying to introduce a lot of stuff in that first episode, that I feel like the first episode really should have been drawn out into 2 episodes. So just a heads up, if you guys check it out, just so you know, you're like, why is she so excited about it? It's just, this is the first, it feels like a pilot and it's not the best of the episodes. I made a vegetarian chili the other day with meatless crumbles. Yum. AJ says, I keep vegan things here for when she comes over. Yes, I found a great American goulash that she loves. Oh, I love it. If books are hard going, I like Audible, classics in particular. I'm not as intelligent for reading them as I used to be. LJ, I only read on Audible these days. I have had such a hard time ever since I had my daughter, to be honest with you. I used to read a lot. Like I would spend the whole weekend just reading. But I haven't had just the patience for it anymore, I guess is the best way to put it. So I now listen to my books. I listen to my books and I crochet. Or I watch movies and I crochet. So, but yeah, I use Audible a lot. Nathan says, I asked my nephew if he wanted to learn how to crochet. He told me flat out no. But He likes all the things that I make for him. Too bad. He is creative and a bundle of energy. He would fly through it. It would help keep his hands busy. I've heard that for people who are ADHD, that crochet and knitting helps a lot with that. I believe Yarn Hookers episode next week is at my house. It's here. But this week it's at Julie's. And Dragon Bee says, bonus, when you get to meet my age, you can read a book a number of times. I know I have read a lot of books, but damned if I can remember much of any of them. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I love audiobooks while I'm hooking. Yes, exactly. And Laura says, I haven't read since I had my daughter either. Almost 18 years ago. Yes, 17 years for me. I still have a bookmark in my last book. It's hard. My attention span. I cannot. My daughter says that she took my ability to read from me because she's a voracious reader, which is amazing. I love that. But now I listen to my books, and it's funny because we together have been listening to the Wheel of Time series, and I'm on book 12 now. Again, there's 14 books in the series, so it's a lot. I've read the first of the books. I read like the book 1, Eye of the World, 20 years ago. And what's happened is I get the books and they've come out. I'll read through them all again. So I have read probably the first 5 books like 6, 7 times. But but the last, I always get stuck on Winter's Heart because there's a slog in the books. So I get stuck on Winter's Heart, and then I go back and start all over again, and then get stuck on Winter's Heart. So I've read up to that point. I finally got past Winter's Heart by using Audible, and now I'm on to A Knife of Dreams, and yeah. I love reading, but it's gotten harder to see the print. Oh my gosh, we're getting old, aren't we, Maribel? That's the way I am. Let's see here. It says, I used to read all the time, but my brain doesn't work as well as it did pre-child, pre-burnout, sometime around GCSE age. Yeah, there's a free library site that you can get Audible books on, and I listened and crochet sometimes. That's awesome. There's also a lot of books on audio on YouTube. And in fact, I found The Wheel of Time, Eye of the World on audio on YouTube. I don't know if it'll ever get a copyright strike, but I did find it. I have it through Audible, but yeah. Anyway. Lita says, I can't do audiobooks. I don't pay attention at all. It just becomes white noise. I can only concentrate if I have a physical book. I am a visual person. Got you. I understand that. And I used to, when I first started doing audiobooks, I like to get the unabridged version. So I would actually read along with the audio. And I still like to do that every once in a while, but I would read along with the audio. Bobby says, AJ, can you share the link for that? It's called Libby. Oh, Libby. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And do you have to connect Libby to your public library, or can you just have it as a library on its own? David says, I have print magazines and catalogs in the library, but for the rest of the day, I do YouTube videos and audiobooks. Yes, exactly. Yes. Now, the end says, I used to write short stories for myself. I go back and reread them sometimes. I'll drop a book if it's not good. I do the same for streaming series. I get that. I get that. It comes in an app and is online, if I remember right. Let me see if I can find that. And then I'll shoot the link out there, okay? So it's a part of Overdrive. So the Libby app is a part of Overdrive. So here. I'm putting this link in here. And you guys, we are at the 5 minutes till the end of the show mark. So there you go, Bobby. Oh, I need to read the last 3 with Sanderson as I stopped just before Jordan died. Yeah, that's tough. And I haven't even gotten to the Sanderson books. I do understand that Sanderson didn't do Matt well. But otherwise they're pretty darn good. And he wrapped up the book really, really, really well. He wrapped up it was a very satisfying ending, is what I understand. I know it always goes fast, doesn't it, Crojo? What? Kathy Ann, so nice to see you here. Always love that. Yes, Ed, it's that time already, right? I know it always sneaks up on me. Kathy Ann says, love the library for free books to read on my tablet. Can make the font larger, which is awesome. That's true. That is true. I'm so tactile, though. I love a good book. Hi, Lena. Lena loves making blankets. Yes, I'll be on the hookers this afternoon. All right, you guys. So if you're ready for the drawing, let me go ahead and get that done. But first things first, we got to do a drum roll. Vicky Tony. I didn't realize I had my computer on mute, so hopefully I did the time right. But Vicky Tony is the winner of this week's. And I know Vicky's won before, but go ahead. I think I have your information on file, but just send it to me. Let me know what you want, Vicky. But yes, Vicky won today's. Let me get back to my screen where I can see what you guys are saying. Congratulations. So excited. Congratulations. Oh, Samantha's only been yes, I remember that, Samantha. You've only been crocheting for about 6 months. Bobby says, as an average reader, I have read well over 10K and sometimes I read the first few pages before I know if I've already read one. Yes, I've done that, Bobby. I've done that. You're thinking, oh, did I read this? Because the covers change too, so that can't help because they change about every 5 to 10 years. Yeah. So tonight, you guys, congratulations, Vicky. Tonight, you guys, I'm at the 2-minute mark, so I'm just gonna do a couple closeouts. So this week coming up, I've got a couple of videos. It's another book review, and then I have another yarn haul. So those are coming up. And then I have down the future on my channel, I actually have some comparison stuff that I'm going to be doing as I go into the following month after this. I'm going to record that next week. Anyway, I'll get more specific once I get my thoughts better aligned. Now the yarn hookers tonight is going to be at Julie's. That's the Whippy Chick Crochet, and then next week it'll be at my place. But tonight you want to go to Julie's and check her out and give her a subscribe if you haven't already, because she is one of the yarn hookers. So we rotate over to her place. And that is it. But tonight you'll see me, Julie, and Ginger over at Julie's place, not Ginger's, at Julie's place, the Whippy Chick Crochet, and we're going to be talking about kids in crochet. Woo! All right, you guys. But I want to say thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Mwah. And I want to say thank you, guys. Well, I already said thank you, but you guys have an amazing day. Bye-bye.